Well, I still think there's so much to be done. You know, we can't sit on our backside and say that we've got progress and we've got equality and diversity and all the rest of it. We haven't. There's still so much that we can do, and it's the activism of individual people that can make a difference. So today is the Sunday before International Women's Day. It's a day where we can get a lot of people walking and coming to join in the singing. So it's important to do that.
Why am I here? I'm here because there is so much at stake for women. Because we are in the 21st century and we still have millions of women throughout the world who have been raped, millions of women throughout the world that suffer, that are victims of sexual assault. Just here in the UK, there were 37,000 women who were raped. That is the highest number since record began, and that's 13% more than the previous year.
Oh, it's so important. Look, I'm a proud feminist in City Hall. It's so important we recognise that still in 2017, in the most progressive city in the world, there's a gender inequality. If you're a man, you're likely to earn about 11% more than a woman. Your life chances if you're born a girl are less than your life chances if you're born a boy. It's just not good enough.
We now have Donald Trump as a US president, and of course there was all that controversy over the remarks that he made, which comes to mind when you think about attitudes. Yeah. How detrimental is it to the cause and to the progression of women's rights to have him in power?
Well, to have somebody that says that kind of thing and whose policies are likely to be regressive, or already showing signs of being regressive in terms of women's rights, is a major problem. It's a real indicament of the world today.
Do you think she would have been surprised?
No, I don't think she would have been surprised, because I think there's a theme running through these ideas of male-dominated society. It's the same today as it was 100 years ago. I mean, she'd be sad. We all are. We all are slightly in disbelief as what's happened.
Well, do you know, in a weird kind of way, that kind of event that happened actually catalysed the issue for a lot of girls and women in a particular way that became very strong. All of a sudden, there were a lot of people putting on pink pussy hats and saying no. And so, in a funny way, the Donald Trump statement was almost helpful as a catalyst.
So, are we going to say that yes, then Hitler was great because he mobilized the world to fight against racism and against Nazism?
I would like to take him on a trip to a project and show him the work that is being done in other countries. I think he's very, very American-centric, and I'm concerned that his attitudes to the developing world, and you know, we're talking about bridges, we're not talking about walls. I'm not quite sure that he's quite there yet. I think we'll have challenges along the way. I would just love to change his mind, but he's, you know, this talking about a particular mindset.
But the point is not so much just Donald Trump as the single most powerful person in the world. It's the people who voted for him, and therefore the wider social attitudes of the fact that he's allowed to take up those positions.
But with him in the White House, everything is at stake today. And when you have a prime minister in this country who is made a Faustian pact with his men, I'm deeply disappointed. Not only disappointed in her as a politician, but I'm disappointed in her as a woman. To think that a woman...
Perhaps.
I think symbolically she's very important. We know a lot of people who were influenced by Margaret Thatcher in the previous generations, and I think Theresa May will do the same. Symbolically, having women in the most powerful jobs is incredibly important.